Alright boys, welcome to BBL Week 1 versus our good buddy Obo. If you missed the team builder, check that out in the top right hand corner. And while you're at it, man, only about half the people that watch my videos are subscribed. Go down there and hit that subscribe button and help me to my goal of 3,000 subs by the end of the year. We're going to jump in here. Obo brings the 6 I expected. He is Tara Water on his Raging Bolt. We're Tara Grass on our Boulder. Gudra Hisui is not the mod that I wanted to see. Unfortunately, like I said, it is pretty difficult for our team to deal with overall, but I am ready to jump in here and get KYUREM Black some kills. We're going to start here with the Grimmsnarl lead. I'm pretty confident in it, just getting up a screen or whatever he potentially wants to lead. We're going to lock in here, have fun. Obo, be sure to check him and all of the other BBL coaches out down in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in here. All right, have fun to Obo, man. We're jumping in here. We're going to see what he ends up leading. I expect the Sneasler. We're going to see that is the Screamtail. Okay, that is fine by me. Let me go ahead and do a couple calcs here to see what we could potentially be dealing with this Screamtail. Dazzling Gleam does quite a bit of damage, so I do probably want to get a light screen up here. How much does Play Rough do? Play Rough does a little bit more, actually. So maybe getting the Reflect Up's a little bit better. I do expect a special set, though, so I am thinking of just getting that light screen up, as he probably just wants to get his rocks up. So I think what we're going to do here, I think we're going to get a light screen up, and then we're going to go into our Toad's Cruel. And we'll be able to get a little bit of information on this Pokemon set immediately. So we're going to get our light screen up here, and we are going to see that he probably goes for his rocks, as we're going to start with a little bit of a slower game here. He does get his rocks up. We're obviously, going to want to get into our Toadscroll immediately to get rid of these, and that's what we're going to do here. He could Thunder Wave, he could D-Gleam, or he could Baton Pass. I think either way, our play is Bloopy the Toadscroll. Try to get rid of these hazards as soon as possible. Obo's actually going to make a switch here, as we see him switch into Gudra Hisui, I do believe. That is Gudra Hisui for sure. So we're going to go into our Toadscroll, and we're going to see how much an Ice Beam from this Pokemon does under a potential screen here, as I am going to very much so value getting these Stealth Rocks off here. It's going to do about half if he is no special attack investment. I do think that is worth it, so I do think we are just going to go for the Rapid Spin here and try to get these hazards away, because obviously we're not boots on our Ho-Oh, we're not boots on our KYUREM Black. We want to get these hazards away as soon as possible. We're going to get a Rapid Spin off, as I do expect to see an Ice Beam come out from this Pokemon. We also get to see if he is gooey or not. Looks like he is not going to be gooey. He's actually going to go for the knockoff here. My bad for the HP bar being wrong as well, guys. Let's see here. That's looking like it is not invested at all. We're going to make a pivot here. We don't really switch into this Pokemon all that well, so I think what we might do, we might just get an Earth Power off here. Get some big damage. Toadscroll is not really important. The only thing it's useful for at this point is getting a Rapid Spin off later in the game, so I do think getting an Earth Power off and seeing how much damage we do to this Pokemon is going to be crucial. What are we going to see here? We are going to see Boom Meter. We're going to see the Rillaboom come out here. Okay. Obviously, grassy terrain. We're going to get an Earth Power off. It's going to do no damage. I feel like that did a little bit too little damage, actually. Okay, there we go. The HP bar looks to be fixed. We did what, about 15% there, so that's looking like it's probably at least max HP on the Rillaboom. So I do think a knockoff is coming out here, but I do think my only play is to go into the Ho-Oh. I don't really think I have another play, and if he knocks off our Life Orb, then so be it, man. But I do think that's what's going to happen right now. We go into Ho-Oh, as I do expect that knockoff. He is actually just going to go for the U-turn, so we're going to be able to see what his immediate answer into this Ho-Oh is going to be. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Gudra Hisui. Could also be the Raging Bolt. It is the Raging Bolt. Okay, I know that nickname anywhere, man. Yeah, I do think Grimmsnarl is probably our best play, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go into Grimmsnarl here. We can't really do a whole lot to this Pokemon as long as it is not yet Tara, because it does resist both of our dual stabs, and obviously terrain is up. So Obo positioned that Raging Bolt extremely well, as he is going to go for Calm Mind here. So this is the set that can really potentially do us dirty here. We see him have one Calm Mind up. And we are just going to go ahead and go for the Spirit Break here, as we do have 2 turns of Light Screen left. So we're going to go for the Spirit Break here, as we're probably going to see him Tara Water and get that Tara off. And we're going to drop that special attack by 1. And we are still going to take quite a bit from this Thunderbolt, but not as much as you would think. It's going to be about 30% instead of... Actually, he's going to hard switch. Okay, so he understands the Grimmsnarl is going to beat this in a one-on-one situation. He's actually going to go into Gudra. So we're going to get some valuable information on this Pokemon and its HP here. Spirit Break. Drop it. Ooh, that's some valuable damage. Okay, so we did about 25% by the looks of it after the terrain. Okay, that's looking like it might be Fizz Step. I think we could get a screen up here potentially, or we could also pivot out as he clicks a potential Steel type move. I think the Steel move's coming out here. Does a Rock Slide Raw kill me? It doesn't. A Raw Rock Slide shouldn't kill Ho-Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go Ho-Oh. I don't think you're going to Raw Rock Slide here. I think Ho-Oh is going to be the correct play here. Raw Rock Slide would not kill me if he does go for it. We actually guarantee live 1. By the skin of our teeth, we live 1. And he's going to go for knockoff. So he's actually going to find out that we were live for it. And if he is attack invested, which it looks like we can actually tell if he is or not now. 353 to 277 with a knockoff. He did 76 damage, so that means he has no offensive investment. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go for a Sacred Fire. We're going to try to get a burn on whatever he wants to switch into. If he wants to stay in, he cannot kill us with the Rock Slide. He's going to withdraw here, so we're probably going to try to be fishing for a burn on Victor Wembanyama. As it is Wimby. I'm a little surprised that's his switch, as I could have potentially just went for... Okay, alright, as I could have went for Earthquake. We're actually going to miss the Sacred Fire, which is fantastic. And we're probably just going to go into our Grimmsnarl here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we have to just go into Grimmsnarl. We don't really have great ways to play around this Raging Bolt here. There has been virtually no progress made in this game, so we're going to switch out here. We're going to go into Rinky Dinky one more time, as we are potentially going to see a Calm Mind come out. He's just going to go for a Calm Mind here. That's fine by me. So I'm trying to think right now if a Light Screen or a Spirit Break would be better in this situation. We're going to assume he's max special attack, because we have no reason to believe otherwise. At +1, yeah, I do think Light Screen is going to be our best play here. Because with Light Screen, we can live 2 of these. So I do think Light Screen is going to be our best play, as we are going to go for a Light Screen. And then following that, we can go for a Spirit Break. If he stays in, he also has to Terra, and we would love to force out this Terra right now so he does not resist our Brave Bird on Ho-Oh anymore. Fantastic. He no longer resists our Brave Bird on Ho-Oh anymore. So Raging Bolt's going to go ahead and Terra here. And I assume we're going to see a Thunderbolt here, if I had to guess. We're going to throw up a Light Screen. We should live 2 Light Screens. Even if he's max special attack modest, we got to pay attention to the damage number, specifically how much damage he does to us here. We're going to get that Light Screen up. He's going to go for a Thunderbolt. We can tell if he's modest or not based on this. That's looking like modest. 236. He did about 155. It is looking like... It's hard to tell, actually. That's a minimum roll if he's modest, or a maximum roll if he's not. A mid roll if he's not. So he's likely not modest. So this is where those speed EVs could potentially come in handy. If we do outspeed this Pokemon, we will... if he has no speed, we will outspeed this Pokemon. We get our Spirit Break off. It's going to be a -1. We get some pretty good damage there. Drop his special attack, and we should be able to live this into 1 more, potentially? After... Okay. Didn't count that one, actually. I could make a pretty aggressive play into KYUREM Black. Man, that Para is not good, because now we don't outspeed him, and we can't get another Spirit Break off and put him guaranteed in range of this Fusion Bolt. I could go Boulder, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Boulder. Boulder can get some big damage on the board. I think I'm going to go Boulder. I'm not, like, in love with this play, but we kind of have to make a pivot now. I really want to keep a potential screen in the back. We're going to go Iron Boulder here. He's going to Thunderbolt again. Does negligible damage. No way! No way! Dude, come on, man. We Terra here. We get our Terra off, I guess. Dude, that sucks. We get our Terra off. We're slower, so we could potentially close combat to call a switch into the Goodra Hisui. I think that might be what we do. Try to get any momentum back in this game, because we don't really have great pivots into that Goodra. And what's the damage difference here on close combat and Mighty Cleave? Like 7%. Yeah, I'm going to Terra go for the close combat. Man, that's annoying. He's going to withdraw here. Let's see that Goodra potentially. Could also see Screamtail. Oh, it is going to be Goodra. We're going to get fully parried, though. No worries. We're going to get fully parried, right? We're going to get fully parried. Surely. The first Terra of the season. Big Terra Boulder for our side, of course. We click close combat. Plain as day. There it is. Get a big close combat off on that Pokemon. And unfortunately, because we are parried, we do not outspeed this, I do believe. And we actually are forced to pivot out. He is going to reveal to be Citrus, I assume. Yeah, Citrus. So his potentials here are like, he could Fire Blast. I don't think you Rock Slide. I mean, we go hard Ho-Oh, I guess. Like, that's our best play, right? Our best play is to go hard Ho-Oh right now. And if he calls it with a Rock Slide, he still does not KO us. We're going to switch out here. Obviously, luck is not on our side this time. I don't think we're necessarily playing the best either. I think we're playing super passively. But, that being said, he does click Flamethrower, so we predict that correctly here. So he still doesn't have a very big chance to KO us with what's it called? How many turns of Light Screen do we have left? Hold on. We have 3 turns of light screen left. He doesn't have a great chance to KO us with Rock Slide, but I don't think there's a reason to risk it. I'm going to Earthquake. We are actually going to pick up the KO on this Goodra, so I'm glad I did that. I was very highly considering clicking Brave Bird there, calling a Raging Bolt, because we 2-hit KO'd the Raging Bolt on switch-in. But if we got the play wrong and he Rock Slided, then obviously we took like 80% for no reason. So we made the right play there, I think. I'm actually very curious to see what he does here, because if he goes into Groudon, it's probably the worst case scenario for us, but if he goes into Raging Bolt, I am just going to Brave Bird it, because we don't want that Pokemon to set up, right? And we have a light screen up for 2 more turns, so we know that we should be able to beat it with our monstrous Spadef. He goes Teddy Bear, that's Groudon. Groudon's very difficult for us to deal with, and we don't have great pivots into it right now, because Grimmsnarl was supposed to be like a soft pivot. We could go hard into Toedscruel, as he throws up a Stone Edge potentially that also covers if he's like a random rock set, and Toedscruel's not super important, I guess, anymore. I mean, it's still kind of nice. Blocks Thunderclap from Raging Bolt. Honestly, Toedscruel's kind of lacking switch-ins at this point, boys. I'm going to be honest. I do still think it's our best play, though, and our best pivot onto the potential Stone Edge, Precipice Blades, or Stealth Rocks. I don't think you raw Heat Crash here. I would be extremely surprised to see a raw Heat Crash. So, this covers the other 3 moves pretty nicely. He's actually going to go for a sub here. Okay, that is why we didn't bring G-Weezing. So, Groudon, we had our Eject Pack knocked off, so obviously that's no good. We actually have to Leaf Storm, because if he's Spadef, we do not KO him. So he's sub, which means that he's lacking a move to hit us in some fashion, whether it's Heat Crash, Precipice Blades, or Stone Edge. So he doesn't have a move to hit somebody. And he's not Leftovers. So unfortunately, I do have to Leaf Storm, because we don't break a sub potentially if he is Spadef if we click Earth Power. So we're going to Leaf Storm here. We're going to see what he does. I imagine you Heat Crash if you have it, which tells us you don't have Swords Dance, Stone Edge, or, I mean, you have Precipice Blades, surely. You have Heat Crash, so you might just not be Swords Dance. So goodbye, Toedscruel, Bloopy. You were supposed to do a lot more than you did, but you did keep rocks off the field, which is awesome. We just have to be a little bit mindful of that now. So what we can do is we can go into KYUREM Black now, and we can click a button. I mean, we don't know if he's Spadef. If he's Fizdef, we actually don't KO with KYUREM Black. But I do think that is our only play. He doesn't KO us with a Stone Edge, correct? Correct. So I do think KYUREM Black might be our only play here. I think we're just going to rip an Icicle Spear, because it potentially KOs this Pokemon and puts him in a really bad spot, regardless of what other Pokemon he switches into. Let's see here. He could go Raging Bolt, but Icicle Spear into Fusion Bolt should KO it. He has to be it literally has to be max Fizdef to be able to live this hit off 4 hits, and 5 hits has a chance to KO. Could be Yashi, I suppose. Yashi would be a little scary, actually. Yashi would be a little scary. But I don't think I have a better play, and the only downside here would be as if he's Willow. Yachi Willow would be the only downside. And are you sub Yachi Willow? I don't think so. I think your last moves are it has to be Stone Edge and Precipice Blades. He's gonna switch out. He's gonna go Scream Tail. We're gonna find out if he's special defense boosting, or sorry, speed boosting or defense boosting here. I assume speed. Yeah, he is speed. As anticipated, speed boosting. So we're gonna get probably 5 hits here. I assume he is gonna be Fizdef, I think, based off of this. Yeah, we should be doing a whole lot more. Crit, huge. And we get 5! KYUREM Black, my beloved. So that is looking like... Can he be Fizdef? How much Fizdef can he be to be speed boosting is my question right now. Because I think that is how much speed he is. So he's probably very minimal speed timid. And the rest into special, into Fizdef. Yeah, I do think a Thunder Wave is going to come out here. So I do actually think Shoulder Day is probably our best pivot right now. It covers pretty much everything. And we could just rip off a... Solar Blade potentially even into whatever he might want to switch into this Pokemon. And anything he does doesn't really scare us. He has to fear the Mighty Cleave. He has to respect the Mighty Cleave. Solar Blade is going to potentially scare out the Groudon here. He's going to go for Rocks, actually. So, a little surprised to see that. But it does obviously make sense into my Ho-Oh. So we are just going to actually go for the Solar Blade, I think. It has a chance to KO this. It covers the Groudon switching in. And it doesn't have Goodra Hisui. We're going to rip a Solar Blade here. He's going to go for Flamethrower here. This shouldn't do too much damage at all. Wow, why'd that do so much damage? Solar Blade. And we're going to be able to pick off this Pokemon. Unfortunately, though, boys, I actually don't think we have... I mean, as long as we have KYUREM Black, we do have the tools to win this game. I don't know what I'm talking about. The in-game that has to happen with my double paired Pokemon, I have to get a Reflect up and get KYUREM Black in a position to win. Yeah, I agree with this play. I think this is definitely Obo's best play. I don't think this Iron Bolt is really doing a whole lot here. And we have to be very, very mindful of KYUREM Black. taking rocks damage. We're gonna have to be very, very mindful with our switch-ins now. He heat crashes raw, so he doesn't even go for the sub, so down goes Iron Boulder. Obviously, should have done a lot more, but it is what it is, I guess. The para sank Iron Boulder's entire stock this game. And we don't have another play no more. Besides go KYUREM Black, right? Actually, we go Grimmsnarl, we get a Reflect up. And if he subs, that's fine because Icicle Spear will go through sub, obviously. So I do think this is the correct play. We go for the Reflect here. We just try to go for the KYUREM Black in-game right now. We have to get 2 DDs up because I do think he is Scarf Sneasler. But with the Reflect up, that might not even matter. And if we get parried, I do think we lose the game on the spot. We have to get this Reflect off here. I think his best play would be going Raging Bolt. Is he going Raging Bolt? Boom meter. Nope, he goes Rillaboom. Okay, this is fine. We're gonna get this Reflect up, and we even have 2 chances to do so. We get the Reflect up. So I'm also gonna go for the Light Screen and just pray that he is not Swords Dance. Right? I think that is my play at this point. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of damage to you anyway, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a Light... I misclicked. Oh, man! We use Reflect. It doesn't matter. It was a misclick. Hopefully, Obo knows that. And he's going to go for a U-turn here. So now I have another chance to get my Light Screen up. I guess he's wasting turns of Reflect. Man, I would have had another turn here to work with Grimmsnarl, potentially. I mean, I'm Parrot, so probably not. As long as I get my Light Screen up here, it probably doesn't make a difference, to be honest. We are very, very close to winning with KYUREM Black, though. Like I said, it doesn't matter if he gets a sub up because Icicle Spear KOs through sub. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to get our Light Screen up now. We're probably going to get Parrot, and we're going to see what he ends up going for. Okay, we get our Light Screen up. Obviously what we meant to do last turn. And he goes for Heat Crash, and he's going to KO our Grimmsnarl. We're going to go QB. We're going to try to DD twice, and we're going to try to win the game right now. Yeah, and it looks like we do have the capability to get 2 of these bad boys up on this Groudon. Stone Edge looks like it does not... Let me see here. Yeah, Stone Edge looks like it does not 2-hit KO from this range. So... we might be good. If he is Scarf Sneasler and not Unburdened Grassy Seed, I think we're good. I think that's our only out to play for at this point in the game. And even if he is Unburdened, then Ho-Oh has the potential to win. He's going to switch out hard here. We're going to see what he goes into. It might be Boom Meter. It's going to be Wimby. In the sun. Yep. Okay. So, not in the sun. Okay, perfect, actually. So with Light Screen, we guarantee live a Dragon Pulse into Thunderclap from this Pokemon. If he's... oh, that's even Booster Energy. We actually live very comfortably. We live this Pokemon. So I think what we have to do now... we Dragon Dance, and then we go for a Scale Shot. Oh, this is going to be close. Scale Shot allows us to outspeed the Sneasler even if he's unburdened. I do think this is the correct play. And I do think this actually wins us the game. Because 5-hit Scale Shot should KO pretty much any variant of Raging Bolt, actually. So... this actually looks like we might have set up a potential in-game to win with KYUREM Black here. We get the second DD, and we see what he does here. Draco. We chew. We chew. Okay. Alright. Alright. It's -2 now. Obviously, Thunderclap doesn't KO, so we have to go for Scale Shot. It's the only way we can guarantee win this game, and I don't even know if it's guaranteed, but it's the only way we have the best chance to win this game. And even then, Glide into Thunderclap might be enough to KO us after the defense drop, potentially. We Scale Shot. This KOs. Goodbye. Goodbye, Wimbinyama. Sorry to... oh, Citrus? I think this still KOs at +2? Surely, right? You need 5. We need 5. We need 5. Please, we got Parrot on our boulder. Please, let's go! Somebody sign me, dude. Let's go! Let's go! That should be enough to win this game. I'm looking at the calcs right now. We're 85% 85 HP. A max adamant banded Rillaboom at -1 defense does not pick up the KO. That's with Reflect up, though. I think Reflect is still up. We're going to double check right now. If Reflect is still up, then this means that there's no universe in which this KOs unless he gets a crit. Reflect is still up. We should just outright win the game here. We're going to go for the Icicle Spear. This should do it. The only way this KOs ever, literally ever, is if he gets a crit. Surely not. Surely not, man. He glides. Let's go, man. Icicle Spear. Down goes the Rillaboom. Damn near only needed 1 Icicle Spear to kill that guy. Bye-bye. See ya, Rillaboom. Alright, we're going to click Icicle Spear here. And we're going to be able to pick off This Sneasler and KYUREM Black's gonna be able to do it to him, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Man, I do not think that I played this well at all, and I'm not gonna pretend like I did. But I think I did position KYUREM Black well, specifically. And that is the only reason that we were able to pull this one out. In comes Teddy Bear. KYUREM Black, absolutely. Gonna put him in the ground. The best Pokemon in this matchup. I told you guys that. I let you know. KYUREM Black, obviously, was the best Pokemon in the matchup, and this was why. It was impossible to stop, and it turns out that the Scale Shot Bring actually saved the game. So shout out to Wagon Fruit for helping me with this build, specifically helping me put on... Why is he 3 citrus berries? Why are you 3 citrus berries? Figgy Berry. Okay. But a shout out to Wagon Fruit for helping me specifically put on Scale Shot over Snowscape last minute. It actually saved the entire game. So thank you to that. Thank you to Obo for the game. And thank you for watching. If you want to watch the rest of our BBL Championship run, be sure to scroll down and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.